Hello and welcome! This character profile video is for the class Lupa. And what you'll see is all of her skills, the top 8 PVE and PVP skills that I recommend, her skill combos, enhancements, player card, and a gameplay video. So without further ado, I give you the class Lupa. Here we go. And welcome to the skills page. If you are new to my character profile videos, allow me to introduce the interface. On the far left are all of her skills. On the far right are all of her specials that connect with all the skills. And then the column charges is how many times you can use that skill. And then hits is how many times the skill will hit a creature or opponent. And damage-PVE is the highest percentage damage it'll do against a creature in the world, and damage-PVP is the highest percentage damage it'll do against another player's character. And of course you have the passive at the bottom. So a few things to explain when looking at this. When you're looking at the specials, I highlighted, I believe his name is pronounced Heilang, or it's pronounced Heilang. I'll probably just say Heilang. I highlighted him in green just to make him stand out, and the other thing in green is the max 2 attacks that you see. And just to clarify, what the max 2 attacks means is if you hold down the skill button when you're using it, your character will attack 2 times. So otherwise, if you just tap it, they'll attack the 1 time. So that's what that means, a maximum of 2 attacks that you can do if you held the button, or excuse me, the skill down. So the other thing is the things that are in red, they do not apply in arena. So there's super armor that doesn't apply. Heilang has the PVE and PVP damage that doesn't apply in arena. And well, the things on the side for skill I'm going to get to next. The reason that they're colored red is there is things that I'd like to talk about, but I'm going to do that in the next few slides. But the things that are in blue is those are connected with the passive. So when it comes to the passive of Summon Heilang, Gravity Bolt, Maul, and Beck and Call are connected to him. So I'll talk about that in the PvP slide, and take a moment to look at all this, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the top 8 PvE skills that I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvE slide. So what I've done is I've taken all the skills and I've organized it according to the column of damage-PVE. And your highest percentage damage skill is Beck and Call. So that one does very good damage, and then after that it would be Compaction, and then Darkspire. So what you also see is that I've highlighted 8 skills that are green, and the reason that it's highlighted is we can only take 8 skills into the game world at a time. So if you're wondering, well, what are the hardest hitting ones that I can use, these are the ones that I definitely recommend. So take a moment to look at all of these skills, and when you're ready, we will move on to the top 8 PvP skills that I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvP slide. There is a lot to cover on this slide, and I'm choosing this particular moment in the video to cover all of it. So hopefully I don't miss anything. Let's go ahead and knock out the basics. I've taken all the skills and I've organized it according to the column of damage-PVP. And Beck and Call and Compaction and Darkspire are your top 3. Beck and Call being the highest percentage damage skill. So first things first is everyone who does PvP wants to know, hey, I want to know where my super armor is that I can use no matter where I'm at in the game. Because you do show that there are some super armors that are not applied in arena. I am pleased to tell you that Beck and Call, your highest damaging one, is able to be used in arena. So that would be a very nice starting move. It also comes with a knock-up on hit. And looks like Dark Spire also. You can use the super armor there. And I think that's about it. Just those two. But that would be where we would start. Is getting the super armor and then choosing out of the ones that are highlighted how you will put your rotation of skills so you can rotate super armor in and make sure it's always active for you. If you're not sure what super armor is, do not worry. When we get to the player cards section of the video, I have the definition for super armor listed there, so you will understand why it's so important for PvP players. And the other thing is, let's go ahead and knock out the passive ability on this slide. So, wow, so much to talk about. First of all, the passive is summon Heilang to fight by your side, tap the attack button to start auto combat, tap again for him to return to you. So he has many things fighting by your side that you can do. I would actually say that having him is the passive, like in general, having him as a sidekick. And what he can do is damage per hit is 25% of Leaf Dance damage. That is one of your skills. And it is a skill that you can increase in levels, so his damage can increase as well. The other thing is you summon Heilang in the front line during bound, knock-up, knockdown effect, and using Gravity Bolt, the skill Gravity Bolt. It does not apply when you're entering arena. So this is what they say for passive. Now, I have highlighted what's blue, which is Beck and Call, Maul, and Gravity Bolt, because those three skills definitely bring out Heilang. I mean, it's in their very nature to bring him out. If you're like, well, what are the other skills that have the bound, knock-up, or knockdown effect? And that would be Divine Roar and Hotspot. I listed them red because they do not bring out Heilang to the front line when you use him. So be aware that it just doesn't happen. So here's the other thing. When I was verifying all of this, my Lupa was level 60. And I haven't done anything with my enhancements. I haven't touched anything. So you might be asking yourself, hey, what about that Beast Rider skill? How come I can't ride my Heilang? What's going on there? And what I'm going to do, it's very special. I'm going to cut to a video and show you how to ride Heilang. You need to activate something in your enhancements. I would save it for the enhancement part, but we're just gonna cut right to it all here. So give me a second, let me queue up that video for you. Here we go. And now that we queued her up, let's go ahead and show you where you would activate that enhancement. But just know that it's 0 silver to activate and no level cost. So you go to your skills and you would scroll down. Now, I do tap on Summon Heilang, and that's wrong. It's Beast Rider. You just go up, and you see the circles off to the left. There's 4 of them right there. You would go and tap on this one right here. So you tap on that, you would purchase it, and then you get this toggle switch of on-off. And if it's off, he does more damage. If it's on, you can ride him. So your choice, but I recommend you turn it on. And when you are back in gameplay and you tap on the skill of Beast Rider, this is what you see. You will see your Lupa mount on Heilang, and you will have all of these skills around you, so I wanted to create a still picture to explain what you're looking at. There are 4 skills that you have at your disposal. There's Beck and Call, Divine Roar, Looping Pounce, Hotspot, and then that one with the arrow pointing down is very important because you get off of him. You have a time limit while you're on him. I think it's 30 seconds. So you want to do as much damage as possible, but just in case you're in that, oop, I gotta get off and do something, that is why that icon is there for you. And then of course in the very center is a standard regular attack that Heilang does that you can tap on as well. And just to give you an overview, Beck and Call is a really nice attack. Divine Roar is like an AoE damage. Looping Pounce allows him to run around the area and just bounce around. And Hotspot is another really nice attack. So they've given you a good arsenal here to play with while you're riding Heilang. And just be aware that this is what you look at when you activate Beast Rider. So let's go ahead and get back to our PvP skills slide. And welcome back to the PvP slide. So now that we have covered all of those things, take a moment to look at this, and when you're ready, we will move on to the screen for the skill combos. Here we go. And welcome to the skill combo slide. So before I explain how this works, let you know where it's at. So if you're on the skill screen and go into gameplay, you tap on skills, you're on a skill screen, and you look towards the left and down, kind of towards the middle of the screen, you'll see a small icon that looks like a magnifying glass. You would tap on that and it will bring this up, list of skill combos. However, what I've done is I've taken it and I put it all on one screen. You can print this out, you can have it on another screen if you're playing on a computer, and you can see it while enjoying and practicing with your Lupa. Otherwise, you'll have to scroll up and down to see everything. So the way this works is everything that's highlighted in blue is a skill you would start out with, and then there's a chain link that connects to what Pearl Abyss is recommending the next skill you do is. So for compaction, they're saying, hey, after you do that, try Beck and Call or Hotspot. And then below it, Looping Pounce. Hey, after that, try Darkspire, Gravity Bolt, Divine Roar, or Beck and Call. And you can kind of see where you can chain a lot of these things together. So take a moment to look at all this, and when you're ready, we will move on to the enhancement slide. Here we go. And welcome to the enhancement slide. If you're new to this slide, allow me to introduce the interface. On the left is all of our skills. On the far right is the branch damage connected to all those skills. And in the center is 4 columns. The first, second, and fourth column, I try to make things that do something for your Lupa. The third column, I make it things that happen to the creature or opponent you're fighting, so it happens to them instead of enhancing your Lupa. So a few things to explain while we're on this screen is again, the things that are in red for super armor means it doesn't apply in arena. If you look at the skill Beck and Call, which is highlighted in red, and go all the way over to the right, you'll see the word heal is colored differently. This means that this heal enhancement does not apply in Path of Glory. So just be aware of that. And if you're wondering, all of these enhancements need to be unlocked. Some you can unlock for free, like the Beast Rider one we went to. Some you have to pay some silver, and some have a level requirement. And if you're wondering, hey, how do I unlock it if it has a level requirement, you just battle creatures in the world of Elion or the world of Hadum. Just farm the creatures and you'll get skill books, and the skill books are random, but you will get them, and you can level up your skills and unlock these when you meet the requirement. So that is an example of how you do it. Now, I wanted to talk about the two skills that are listed in red, Beck and Call and Beast Rider. First of all, Beck and Call. I highlighted that red because I want to bring this to your attention that in the world of PvP, we covet super armor more than forward guard. And if you're wondering what forward guard is, it just means that if someone's in front of you and you're using the forward guard, the damage they do to you is very minimal as long as they're in front of you. If they're off to the right or the left in front of you, maybe it'll still apply, but if they get behind you, then they can damage you. So that's how forward guard works. Super armor, it minimizes damage and prevents them from immobilizing you, and I will cover what immobilizations are in the next slide, which is the player card. So why somebody would want to, give up their super armor to get forward guard makes no sense. If you know why you would want to do that, then that's great. But that's why I highlighted it in red. It makes no sense to me why you would do that. Beast Rider. When you unlock this enhancement, it says it's a toggle switch for ride Heilang on off switch and Heilang's roar. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure why I highlighted him. I think it was just to call attention that you need to be on that enhancement and you need to unlock it so you can ride Heilang. So I think that's the reason why I highlighted him red. Other than that, the skill cooldown, you really should unlock that so it's a 50-second cooldown instead of 60, because riding him's pretty cool. So take a moment to look at all of this, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the player card. Here we go. And welcome to the player card. It's like a baseball card. It's all of the slides you previously saw, all put together on one screen, except there's one thing that is new. So let's go ahead and introduce the interface and everything to you. At the very top is the top 8 PVE and PVP skills that I recommend. And to the right of that is something new. It's called immobilization. So anytime that a skill stuns, knockdown, freeze, bound, anything that immobilizes your opponent is listed here in green that it has an immobilization, and next to that is how many that you have. So it looks like Darkspire and Divine Roar have 2 immobilizations, and a few others have 1. So this is pretty good. Not many characters get 2 immobilizations, so it's nice to see that at least Lupa has 2 of them. So, and to clarify, Darkspire, if you go down to the skills, it shows that she has a stun on hit and daze on last hit. So that's where the 2 immobilizations would be. And below the skills is the enhancements, and you've already seen that and what it can do. And below that's the, what it's not applied in Path of Glory and Arena. And at the very bottom is the definition for forward guard and super armor. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that. Forward guard, this means that incoming damage will either be 0 or heavily reduced. And as said before, if they're in front of you, then the damage to you is 0 or hardly anything. But if they get behind you, then that's another story. Then they can do some damage to you. Super armor. This means that incoming damage will be reduced, and effects that immobilize you like stun, knockdown, freeze, etc. will not happen for a duration of time. This is why everyone who does PvP covets super armor and makes sure that they have it in their rotation of skills so it's always refreshed is so that, you know, other people can't get the drop on them and stun them or knock them down, because once you're knocked down, they can get in 1, 2, maybe 3 extra hits, and that could be you being taken out. So this is how the player card works. So take a moment to look at everything. The music is gonna change, and we'll go into the gameplay video where we show you what Lupa can do. Here we go. And welcome to the gameplay video. Before we get started, let's show you where we're at. We're over here in Balanos, and we are at Kron Castle entrance. And we're here because the other CP is 2519 and ours is 3611, so it should be okay. We'll have some fun. The way that this works is we have her follow an autopath. She'll fight for about 2-3 minutes, at which time we'll go back to town. I'll give my outro and say thank you. So, without further ado, I give you the class, Lupa. Here we go. We're just about ready to head back to town. Just give us it. There we go. Okay. So while the loading screen comes up, allow me to say thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, let people know I'm always making more videos. That was very cool. And I'm happy to do it. So I also wanted to tell you that, you know, it's surprising. Lupa would have been my main, but Archmage just a little bit more there. But I just can't deny Heilang. It just is so cool. Riding him, just the whole visuals and look is very, very nice. Look at that. We'll just zoom in. So with that, let me just have her. Oops. Wrong emote. And yeah, she is kind of small. So go ahead and have her give a wave, and you have a great day. Take care.